Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Nerd Theory. Josh is all settled in. He's moved to a new planet, and a lot of people, a lot of your fans were asking where you were last week. So, how you doing, guys? Today we got some cool news regarding the Obi-Wan show. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about some other stuff. You know how it is on Nerd Theory. We just kind of go back and forth on so many different topics. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, man. It's cool to be moved in. I'm not quite settled the way I'd like, yet. There's still stuff all over the place, and obviously I'm in the cantina just hanging out, you know what I mean? But happy to be here with you, happy to talk Star Wars. The Obi-Wan thing was pretty freaking cool, dropping the casting thing out like that. And it seems like they are really, really excited about this show, which is cool to see.
Yeah.
So I know we're gonna get into that a little bit, but you saw it this morning. What was your reaction of the cast? Is there any particular actor or actress that you're pretty pumped about?
Not really. I mean, besides Ewan and Hayden, I don't really care for the rest, to be honest.
I think you froze a little on my end. I don't know if you froze on them.
So, chat. The reason we were late was because Josh was having. He was showing. It was on his screen. It was showing that I was freezing a lot. So just want to make sure that it's on his end.
Yeah,
and, not for the actual stream. So just let us know if it's good. So it seems to be fine. People seem to be saying that it's okay. So maybe it's a you thing because the new internet.
Yeah, it probably is. So I might just miss a question of yours or something. So if I do, just hit me again or whatever. And if it gets too bad or whatever, we can just call it. And I'll just have to get this figured out. This is a pain in the butt with the new move situation,
Yeah. What do you think of the cast? I mean, I didn't really look at it in detail. I just so this is obviously Joel Edgerton is going to be playing Aunt Beru. No, Uncle Owen.
Yeah,
and of course the two right here need no introduction. The rest, I'm extremely excited for Sung Kang.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Fast and Furious fan. So if you guys don't remember, he was back there in Fast and the Furious 3, Tokyo Drift.
Oh snap, that's him? Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's Han.
That's Han?
Yeah.
Dude, he's got to be a pilot then, right? Like you would think that they would hopefully play off of that a little bit and have him be a pilot or something. No?
Yeah, maybe, dude. Yeah. Who knows? I don't know who everyone else will be.
Yeah.
Obviously, but dude, these two that's all I need to know.
Yeah, I know, right? And it's just great. Again, we talked about this before, but they're putting Hayden right out in front. They want everybody to know. And again, just the ambition of the show, like putting this out like this. Egerton's coming back, obviously. Well, I heard somebody say that the gal next to Joel, Moses Ingram, apparently she made some comment on social media about lightsabers that people are thinking she could be playing a lightsaber wielding person, either an Inquisitor or maybe even a young Ahsoka, if the time matches up or something like that, which is pretty interesting. And other than that, I'm not super familiar with a lot of people on here except Kumail and the lady that was in Game of Thrones who played one of the Martell ladies. She was incredible in that show, so she'll probably bring some fire to the role. She could be like a Ventress type thing, you know what I mean?
Alongside Pedro, right?
Yes, she did. Yeah. Yes, she did. Yep, she had to watch him die, dude. That scream she did still gets me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like when the mountain smashes his head like a grape. She gave one of the best blood-curdling screams in pop culture.
Fun fact, in Order 66, when the youngling staggered backwards, that was not in the script. Hayden yelled "boo," which scared the child actor. Yeah, which
is that true?
Perfectly. Yeah. Yeah. So this was in an interview with the actor who played Sora's Van Diem. I forgot the gentleman's name, but he kind of let everyone know that he wasn't cued to step back. Hayden just walked in there and just scared them. What the hell? When they don't cast Gonk Droid from Solo, I know.
Well, they just didn't have room on the poster. I mean, I'm sure he's going to be in there.
Look, there are going to be so many more characters that will fly into this. And the thing with Joel Edgerton that I don't think people are maybe cluing in on is that we're going to see Uncle Owen, which means we're going to see Luke, I think.
Oh, no.
Because the whole thing is about...
I'm missing what Theory's saying right now.
The whole thing is about Luke basically being protected by Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Still frozen for me. Okay, and we're back.
Yeah. Is it okay for everyone else, or is it just Josh?
Yeah, I would love to know actually what's going on. Like, am I freezing? Is nothing freezing? Yeah.
Francesca says, still catering to effing neo-Nazis around here. Right.
Whoa.
I don't know where that comes from, but
Yeah,
interesting rhetoric. Yeah, good for you.
Def not.
Right. Did you see Brie Larson is to play a Jedi more powerful than Sidious and Darth Vader? If true, that would be the nail in the coffin for Star Wars. I don't think it's true. Well, I hope it isn't.
I had not heard that.
No.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I don't know until it's fact. So
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I'm gonna give that a thumbs down. I don't think that's real.
I hope not. Yeah.
Yeah.
After what they did to Gina Carano, you mean? I just can't seem to get excited about any future Star Wars shows. Disney's behaving like the Galactic Empire. Yeah, look, I'm not particularly proud of the way Disney or some people at Lucasfilm have dealt with me or, with some of the fans in general. So going forwards, I'm very excited to see this, and I want to keep the discussion about Obi-Wan Kenobi and the fact that we're getting Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen returning. So that's what I'm going to focus on today.
Yeah, I missed part of what you said there, but I'm going to 100% agree with it anyway.
You just got to nod. You're going to be like, oh, yeah, and hopefully, it's nothing too terrible.
Right.
Alec Martinez says, seeing how Mandalorian had surprise casting choices for some characters, I have my hopes for a Qui-Gon cameo. Don't get me wrong, I love the choices. Well, that's the thing, right? They're not going to basically reveal who's going to. I mean, Tamora Morrison could be in it. He could be playing Rex. He could be playing Cody. He could be playing both. Who knows? Yeah, Wolf, all those guys. We could be getting Ahsoka in there. We could be getting. I don't think Moses will be playing Ahsoka. I mean, this is. They could just de-age a little bit Rosario Dawson, or just add some makeup. I mean,
I would prefer that. Crazy. Yeah, I'd prefer that, to be honest with you, just for continuity.
I think she's gonna be. She looks like she's gonna kick some butt, maybe like a bad girl or something, maybe like an Inquisitor. But this is 10 years after.
Yikes.
So let's go ahead and read everything. The former senator is forked up and saying that Gina hangs out with white supremacy. Okay. Right. Well, I don't know anything about that, man.
Did anybody in the chat say what's going on or whatever? Because it's so weird. Oh, your camera freezes for me, but the scrolling, I see everything else. Like everything else is live, but then your camera freezes. It's weird.
Yeah, maybe it's your internet or something like that. Yeah. Do you think we could see any other Jedi or Force users in the Kenobi series other than Ahsoka? You guys rock. Big love from London town, brother. Thanks, man. I think so. I think we could see Qui-Gon Jinn, or maybe not see, but hear. Because in the from a certain point of view novel, which is canon, he doesn't materialize in his actual corporeal form until much later in just before A New Hope. So depending where the show goes, if it goes into A New Hope, then I think, or just before, then I think we could see Darth Maul. I think we could see Qui-Gon Jinn. Definitely hear his voice. I think we could maybe hear Obi-Wan commune with Yoda. All these different things that I'd love to see as a fan. I just got the first Thrawn book out of the Empire.
I'm hoping we see some Inquisitors too. You know what I mean? There's no reason at that point we couldn't have Inquisitors, Inquisitory, that sort of being built.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. I would read either one. One is Legends and one is canon. So Master and Apprentice is canon. Heir to the Empire is Legends, but Heir to the Empire takes place right after Episode 6. So yeah, go ahead, give it a read, or check out the comic.
Yeah, those are both sick.
If that's more of your thing. So the story begins 10 years after the dramatic events of Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3, where Kenobi faced his greatest defeat, the downfall and corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice, Anakin Skywalker turned evil Sith Lord Darth Vader. Obi-Wan is directed by Deborah Chow, director of 2 critically acclaimed episodes of The Mandalorian Season 1. The series also marks the return of Hayden Christensen in the role of Darth Vader. Joining the cast are Moses Ingram, Joel Edgerton, Bonnie P.S. I'm going to butcher these names. Kumail Nanjiani, Indira Varma, Rupert Friend, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Sung Kang, Simone Kessel, and Benny Safdie. Obi-Wan Kenobi is executive produced by Kathleen Kennedy, Michelle Rejwan, Deborah Chow, Ewan McGregor. Oh,
whoa, nice.
Ewan McGregor, I didn't know this. And writer Joby Harold. casting director is Carmen Cuba. And we know that Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are going to be having a bit of a touch in this as well. But it's not big enough to actually put on the roster, I suppose.
Yeah. From what I heard, especially John definitely had some insight around the time when they were doing the rewrites and kind of rethinking. None of that's been like super confirmed, and I think it's important to mention to people that this is not coming out of that Filoni verse and Jon Favreau suite of shows, right? So this show is technically created or began to be created well before Dave and The Mandalorian and John and that whole thing, right? So
Right.
this is kind of from that older school, but I think most fans, you and I, kind of think that they are. Why wouldn't you have them at least look at it or touch or get some notes? You know what I mean? Like, it just wouldn't make sense at this point not to utilize the strength of those talents.
Yeah. And as for this question,
do
you think Obi-Wan has spent his entire exile on Tatooine? And that follows up with this question right here. No, I don't think Tatooine will be the only planet that we will see. That'll be a very, I wouldn't say boring show, but it just, how are you going to show Vader if it's just Tatooine is the only planet? Maybe we see him in a Star Destroyer or something. No.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go through many different planets throughout the galaxy. I think we will follow up with Coruscant. It would be ridiculous if we didn't see Coruscant, as the Jedi Temple has now been turned into the Empire, the headquarters of Emperor Palpatine. So to see that, and to see, maybe Moses is the Emperor's perhaps right-hand man or something, right-hand woman or whatever. And he's going to be walking her through the Jedi Temple, which is now the Empire headquarters. And we're going to see everything that we used to see, in the times of the prequels, but now revamped and changed. And maybe some horrific things that we saw from Order 66. And who knows,
Yeah,
maybe
I agree. Be sick.
The clones did some major damage in the temple, right? There was that deleted scene with Order 66 where Anakin was walking through it and it wasn't fully rendered out properly at all. I don't know why they didn't keep it in there, but the clones were, bringing down pillars. They were bringing down statues within the temple itself. The explosions were going off. You even play the Battlefront 2 game and you see all of these original things, these concepts that we never got to see in the film, where the clones were literally destroying the temple and setting it on fire. So how does Emperor Palpatine fix it up? What does he make it look like? This stuff that I want to see as a fan. So, and how is he basically governing Coruscant, the planet with such a highly dense population? Is something else that I'm very interested in. What do you want to see?
With Obi-Wan specifically, I want them to go nuts. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want them to be restricted at all by the canon, by continuity. I think they need this show to smash, go all out. Like, I want to see crazy 501st going after Obi-Wan and brutally torturing people that they find, and I want Vader going nuts looking for him. I want the whole galaxy like in this crazy state. I want to see a lot of different things. I think that the show has the ability and the opportunity to really do some awesome stuff. So
right.
That's kind of what I want. Don't restrict yourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't let it just be, Obi-Wan watching over Luke on Tatooine from a hut, and but that's the thing, is we can see so much with Obi-Wan as that in the books and the comics. He's fighting Sand People. He's fighting the Hutt clan. People are coming in there for a water tax, and he's just beating the crap out of them because they want to start a ruckus with Luke's aunt and uncle. And he has to step in there and basically do what he has to do. He's essentially Batman. Okay, no one can know that he's there, but he's there, and he does what he needs to do as stealthily as possible. Illyrio says Kumail and Indira for Quinlan and Asajj. I'd be down.
I love that. I would love that, dude. That is great so casting. Cool. Yeah,
that'd be really cool. That'd be sick. I feel that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I always saw Quinlan Vos as Native American, though.
Yeah, he certainly does evoke those kind of features, and seems that way. Even with the what does he do? Is it like a battle paint kind of thing, or is
something
it
like that? Yeah,
it's very
my buddy Nigel Redpath, he's Native American, and he's First Nations, and he's always like preaching how it's like, yo, I got to play Quinlan, man. I got to play Quinlan one of these days, and he also believes that Quinlan is First Nations as well. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's not gonna be. Maybe he's gonna be something else. Who knows? Theory, why so many unchecked emails? Oh yeah, man. I don't check emails and I don't check Instagram DMs or Twitter DMs, or I don't even check any sort of, I just upload my stuff and I go on my way. Do you think Kumail will play a protocol droid, since many of the characters I've seen him play had an OCD like personality fit for a droid? No, I don't think so. But good guess, I suppose. Yeah. Bonnie Piesse is the actress who played Aunt Beru in episode 2 and 3.
Really?
Really?
That's interesting.
Oh, dude, she looks so young. I thought she would be like, that's wow, okay. Good for her. She looks crazy young. That she's like a new character. She looks like she's like 24 or something, man.
I actually was, dude. Like I thought that was a really young person.
And they got Joel over there, and he's like, I mean, he looks good too, but he's like probably 40 something, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm down with that. But as for Indira being a Saj Ventress, who do you think Rupert Friend's going to be?
I missed that last part. What'd you say?
Rupert Friend. Who do you think he's going to be?
I don't know. He looks like he could be Vicious Imperial, though. I mean, I hope he's somebody like that. Maybe even a Chiss or something. You know what I mean? He's got like that very pronounced bone structure that is usually very Empire, very villainous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
perhaps. I'm excited, dude. I think this is going to be the best Star Wars project that we're going to get in a long time, or that we've had in a long time. I think this is going to be better than Mandalorian. I think it's going to be, I mean, this is what we want. This is the prequel era continuing onto A New Hope, or I guess Rogue One, I suppose. And this is only 10, this is right smack in the middle. So Vader at this point, I would say, is, if Return of the Jedi was, like, well, because the Empire Strikes Back is like Vader at its most harsh. Or we could even say Rogue One is Vader at his most harsh. Whatever you want to think. This is right smack in the middle. So this is, and my point is, this is where Anakin is still not fully as destroyed as he was in Return of the Jedi or Empire. That's when we start to get Anakin coming out a little bit. So at this point, I feel like we still might get that internal struggle with Anakin within Vader, and I think that's going to be a really cool dynamic to see. And that's one thing I wanted to do with my fan film, is that I really wanted people to see the internal struggle with Vader.
Yeah.
So.
No, certainly. I think that's going to be a really cool part of it. I think they need to go ham, dude. And the one thing that's cool is, like, after Mando, they should have learned a lot of tricks about stagecraft. They're getting better. I mean, Mando season 2 looks way better than Mando season 1. This show should look incredible, and hopefully they just they give it everything you got, man. I want it to go big for sure.
Yeah. Theory, let's be honest, don't be afraid of cancel culture and stuff. When that woman makes anything related to Star Wars, it will be a disaster, as all of her projects so far. I'm not afraid of cancel culture, and I fully disagree. I don't think, and pardon my French, I don't care what you have between your legs or your gender. When it comes to making Star Wars, everyone is equally talented, or equally has the ability to make something great. I don't think making something crappy is relevant to what your gender is. So, Rian Johnson, case in point.
Yeah,
he's a man, and he created something I really didn't enjoy, and a lot of people really didn't enjoy. So that's what that is. You can't put stuff like that out there, because it's not true. If that's what you think, then, well, I hope one day you have a daughter and you want her to excel and be as great as she can be. Moses Ingram as Trilla. That'll be sweet.
That would be cool.
But she's dead.
Is she?
Well, I mean, Vader yeeted her.
True.
Unless they want to bring her back.
Yeah. Dude, Vader's castle, please. I needs that in my life.
It'd be fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not brave enough for politics.
What do you guys want to see from Hayden's character? Love from Wisco. Love you too, man. I want to see his internal struggle as Anakin Skywalker in Darth Vader's suit. I think that's something that many fans want to see, and I think that's something that, a lot of people don't understand, and I've been reading tons and tons and tons of the making of books with interviews with George, written text interviews with George on his overall ideology of Star Wars and his characters. And one of the main things that he says, I was reading this last night when I was finding the actual interview between him and Paul Duncan on what his sequel trilogy would have been, which is a 20-minute video 24-minute video, at least unedited, that's going to be revealed probably tomorrow or the next day for you guys. And no one's ever talked about it before. So this is the full interview on what he has to say and what his sequel trilogy treatment would have been like. Anyways,
That's
what he
awesome.
says about Darth Vader is that people think he's this evil character, but he's not. He's really just pathetic. And he full on says he's like, Vader's just pathetic, dude. That's all it is. So I want to see Vader struggle, and that's, I think, one thing that's really interesting versus him just, and of course I want to see him, beat people up and fight people and kill people. That'd be sweet. But his internal struggle as the character develops and turns into this, Vader being that you guys saw with my fan film is something that I'm really interested in. I didn't mean what her gender is. That is correct. It doesn't matter. I meant her as a producer. I don't care.
Why would he be afraid of cancel culture if that's what you meant? Like, I don't understand your first question because you put cancel culture in there. The cancel culture implies that there's something you could be canceled for.
I've always been
why would you get canceled for saying a producer's bad at their job? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I don't care what people think. I just speak my mind, and you can have your own rhetoric. It doesn't matter to me. Real recognize real, and those who appreciate me and know who I am, cool. And those who don't, well, that's your opinion. Sweet. Yeah. Yo, big fan. Love your channel. Do you think Padme Amidala would have an appearance in the show? A flashback, I think. I think this whole thing that Anakin wants to do is to find, or Vader wants to do is to find a way to bring Padme back.
Dude, would you want a new scene with her, with Natalie and Hayden? Like even if it was a dream or something?
Of course, yeah. There are many original concept arts. You can't hear what I'm saying right now. Chat, we good? Yes. Type 1, spam 1 if my audio is good and everything's good. And is this just on Josh's side?
Yeah. And honestly, like, I don't know how bad it is, but I'm kind of embarrassed by it. So if we need to stop, I can just figure it out and be back next week. I mean,
we don't need to stop, man. No, we just everyone's spamming 1, so it seems to be okay. No, man, you're the pretty face here. So let's.
Oh my god.
A former senator called Gina a Nazi on the Maher show. I want to be excited about Obi-Wan, but there's terrible people at Lucasfilm sabotaging everything. So I don't know the details of that. This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't think there are a lot of people in Lucasfilm that don't carry the same torch that George carried. And I think a lot of those people are, brought in from Disney. And I was just having a discussion with someone who was used to be very high up working in the prequels on the phone just recently, about an hour ago, actually. That's one reason why I was late.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I'm learning is that, look at Pablo and the way he's treated fans, the way he treated me. And it's a lot of things need to change over there. But I'm very hopeful that one day things will go back to normal and change. And that's something that I really am striving for. But in the meantime, all I can do is, create the content that I'm really interested in, which is the heart of Star Wars and, the stuff I like. So like The Mandalorian, the prequels, originals, and stuff like that. And some aspects of the sequels like Kylo Ren, I think were really sweet. And that's all, man. And if you like it, cool. I'm glad to have you here. Thank you for joining. So,
yeah.
But as for a former senator calling Gina a Nazi on the Maher show, I don't agree with that statement at all. Yeah,
for sure. For sure.
So,
I mean, and that's the thing, though. It should be a thing where we should just be able to plainly be like, oh, well, that's dumb. And like, move on. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, obviously that's dumb. And whoever that senator was is dumb. You know what I mean?
I don't know the context. I haven't seen the trailer or whatever.
Yeah,
the snippet.
That's just my opinion. Some people might actually feel as though she is or evokes those qualities or dog whistles or whatever. Again, your opinion.
Of course, that's why she got canceled.
I'm not that interested in it. Like, she no longer is employed at Lucasfilm. I don't know how much longer she will continue to be brought up in Star Wars videos and content. You know what I mean? Like, she has a half-life in this thing, I feel. Anyway.
I agree, man. Yeah. I'm just ready to move on, So I made a super chat a few minutes ago. It's missing. Oh no, my apprentice. What have you done?
I probably
Interview Mike Zero. I'd love to. You know, me and Mike used to be buddies, and I haven't spoken to him in years. So yeah, why don't you? You know what? Why don't you guys make it happen? I'll let you guys do it. Why don't you go spam his Twitter? Be like, yo.
Honestly, I'd be really interested in that. Like,
dude,
legitimately,
I'd love to talk to him, man. Me and him used to FaceTime. We used to video chat. We used to text all the time.
Nice.
And then yeah, the guy went cold on me. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But I like him. And I'm not speaking for his content. I mean, I think he's doing his thing. You know, whatever, man. You know,
totally.
But yeah, he's a nice guy. He's never done anything mean to me or bad to me. He's just, I don't know, just disappeared. Would Natalie Portman, Padme, Jane Foster choose Anakin or Thor? Do you think she will make an appearance in Kenobi? I don't think she would choose Anakin anymore because of what he's done. So,
yeah, no.
Do you think
definitely
Anakin could take Thor?
Can be Thor? I mean, I don't know. That is tricky. Without the hammer and without the power that he got, like whatever from Odin, yeah, I think Anakin could take him.
I think Anakin could take him with the power.
With the power, maybe. With the power and like, okay, so if he had the power and he had like Stormbreaker,
yeah,
he'd have a way better chance against Thor than Superman. I'll say that.
Anakin has a lightsaber. True. He can throw things just as much. It doesn't matter.
That's true. That's true.
So,
yeah. But can he take that lightning though? That's the only thing. He'd have to be able to deflect the lightning. You know?
I think Look at what Mace Windu did, man. He deflected it easily.
Yeah, if he can,
Anakin's had that
lightning off of him, he could probably take him. Plus, he could force choke him.
Yeah, look what Luke did with the Dark Troopers, man. He just that's it. I know people are going to be Marvel fans, going to be upset about that one, but he's not worthy. Dude, Anakin with heroic might and retribution owns. Yeah, I think so too. But I'm an Anakin fanboy, so you know, you're asking the wrong guy. Go ask a Marvel guy, and they'll say, you know, the opposite, maybe. Hey, guys, do you think we'll get any scenes with Palpatine and Vader? P.S. Take my money. I think so, yeah. Of course. Of course. I think Ian McDermott's going to be in it. I think so many different actors are going to be in it that we're not seeing here. These are just the ones that they can show, right? But there's so many more. I mean, Frank Oz as Yoda. I mean, the list is endless here. We're going everybody from the prequels that survived.
Yo, let me ask the chat. Let me ask the chat something, just because I'm literally on the phone with like a hopefully better internet people. Should I go with HSI internet or DSL internet? What does the chat think? Which one's better? I don't really know. This just whatever we're doing now has got to go.
So while chat is going to answer that, I'm going to read this. Right wingers complain about Star Wars 7 to 9 being woke, but the whole saga is a critique of capitalism and has a clear socialist message. The bad guys in the prequels are literally called separatists. Right. And I appreciate your super chat, man. I don't look, I'm not a right winger. I'm not a left winger. I complain about 7 to 9 being woke. You know, so I don't really think it falls into I think Americans, and as a Canadian, I observe things, and I think Americans really do this thing where they throw people in a box, and they just very plainly say, okay, you think like this, boom, you're left winger. You think like this, you're right. And it's as simple as that. Even if you're associating with people that people may think are right or left, you all of a sudden get, you know, sucked into that political party, and it's like, what?
Yeah, it's weird.
Come on, man. You don't, you know, just because you like or don't like something, it doesn't mean you're part of a political party. I'm not brave enough for politics. I hate politics. I think all politicians are corrupt and messed up and stupid in the head. So for me, I just don't care.
Yeah, man. I think that like this argument, it's so funny because like that guy just strikes me as a person that is not even really interested in hearing the nuanced version of the other side of that. You know what I mean? And so it's like, why would I even really spend my effort like trying to explain to you the subtle difference between like why I think it's not as good and subtle as honest in 7 to 9 as it was with George, when it's like the way you're even asking that question is like you've already made up your mind. You know what I mean? Like again, like I would rather not. Like, let's just move on and talk about maybe the weight of the dark saber. I just don't understand. Like, are you here to talk about Star Wars or not? You know what I mean? Is really what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. You know, it doesn't have to be such a political thing. And George created politics within Star Wars, but he created timeless politics, not politics that are, you know, not going to matter in 10, 20 years. So,
yeah. And he talked about how he drew from the American Revolution when they overthrew the British Empire. And he also drew from when the American Empire then went into Vietnam. Like, it's all like kind of examples throughout history. He's not making a clear you know what the message is? Anti-corruption, anti-evil. That's what it is. I don't think it's anti-ism. You know what I mean? But that's just my opinion. You can have your opinion. You know what I mean? Like, you can have your opinion and feel that way. It's totally fine. But I think the thing is, if you get into an argument with somebody and you're enjoying and that's why you're doing it, you want the argument, then you're not really a Star Wars fan. You're an argument fan. You know?
Yeah. And I'm not in the game to make arguments. I'm in the game to give you my point of view as a Star Wars fan, as a diehard Star Wars fan. Star Wars has changed my life in so many different ways. So I don't care about politics. I really don't. Regardless, you know, what people want to say. It doesn't matter to me. Could Asajj possibly work with Obi-Wan against Imperials? Maybe like infiltrating an Imperial base or taking down an Inquisitor? Yeah, that'd be sweet.
That'd be awesome.
I think that'd be really cool.
They've done it before, so.
Brent, thank you, man. He says Yoda was a Sith Lord the whole time, working to help conceal what Sidious was doing and lying to the Council. Then he tried to kill Sidious in the Senate so he could rule the galaxy himself. Was defeated and had to run and hide on Dagobah. That's a funny theory. Since Bonnie is playing Beru and since Asajj is dead in Dark Disciple, what do you think of the possibility of Indira playing Satine? Yeah, but you know what? Look, you can't refute the possibility of flashbacks. So
the chat's like confusing me. I thought they were like DSL, and now some people are like DSL sucks. Man, this is why YouTube chats are unreliable.
If they didn't screw up Luke and his sister and the Star Wars technology, I wouldn't be so pissed off about it, even if it was still woke. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be bored of the Obi-Wan show, man. I really don't. I mean, it's a slow time right now, but I mean, this is my favorite time because not just any idiot or, you know, content creator can make stuff and bank off of, you know, the relevant topics that are on the internet, you know, with, let's say, The Mandalorian. It's so easy. I think the real testament to being a Star Wars fan content creator is to make engaging content during slow times where nothing is really going on.
Yeah,
I think, yeah, when you're able to I would say capitalize or present an interesting video or argument on something that is out of the blue that no one would even know about, I think that's when, you know, you're really starting to pull at the gold stuff, the gold weeds, because that's when things are really interesting and you don't capitalize on the stuff that's already super popular and everyone wants to know about. So it's just like a no-brainer kind of thing, you know? You really have to think. You have to find the good stuff. I think that's what makes this time the most interesting, rather than, you know, if the Bad Batch comes out and, you know, Bad Batch episode 1 breakdown, it's like, all right, show me the stuff that's real, though. Show me the stuff that isn't relevant. And that's what I like. That's what I pride my channel on. But then, of course, when stuff is relevant, yeah, you kill it. I hate to be a Johnny Raincloud, but I'm kind of dreading the epic rematch they talked about. Am I paranoid? Yeah, I don't really know about that. So for those who don't know, there was a rematch. Basically, Hayden has said that he's excited to fight Ewan McGregor. He's excited to fight Obi-Wan as Vader again, which I'm really confused about because I always thought, you know, in the Death Star in episode 4 was the first time they met since Revenge of the Sith. So maybe this could be a vision. It could be like a training protocol thing. Maybe it could be, you know, I don't know. In the comics, Anakin fought the Darth Maul droid.
I mean, my thing is like, I'm hoping they go ham. Like, I just don't. I don't want them to be worried. No offense, Daryl, but I don't really want them to be worried about people like Daryl. You know what I mean? Like, they just need to go big.
Yeah, go big or go home. Josh, why would you consider DSL? That is literally primitive. First time I've ever felt the urge to super chat. I love your clear, unadulterated passion for the stories from George Lucas. Keep politics out and let's get some more good stories together as fans. Much love. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it, man.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Imagine a Game of Thrones style show focusing where every season or two is a different era of the Sith Empire's remnants.
I would love that, dude.
I'd love that too, but I feel like, I'd want to stick on, give me several different shows on different empires so we can follow a concrete story outline and plan of different characters.
Yeah.
Like that.
I do like the idea of different like tribes and like groups like warring against each other, pretending to be friends, like the Sith backstabbing each other. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff could be really fun.
Yeah, that was the problem with the Sith. So the Jedi didn't necessarily defeat the Sith. The Sith defeated the Sith, and there was a lot of infighting. And that's basically one of the main things that brought the Sith down, was that if they all stuck together and fought like the Jedi did, they would have been the ones on top. Fans seem a little overly obsessed with politics on both sides. I agree. Also, I'm hyped for not only Hayden, but seeing Sung Kang in Star Wars will be dope. I agree that 100%, dude. Yeah. I love this character in Fast and the Furious, and I like his acting. So
yeah, he's awesome.
Love You Theory almost at 3 mil. Thanks, man. Yeah,
man. Rounding the corner.
Yeah, rounding the corner. That's pretty big. And thanks to you guys. So big shout out to Mark as well, because this Wednesday we're going to be interviewing Paul Hirsch, who was the original editor for A New Hope and The Empire Strikes Back, as well as Carrie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Secret of My Success, Mission Impossible, 1996. Yeah, so we're going to be asking him tons of stuff that no one as of lately has been asking him regarding, scenes that were left on the cutting room floor for Empire Strikes Back. What different angles did George get? When they were filming for the I Am Your Father scene, and A New Hope. What other scene? Like so many different things that he probably sat down with George while they were editing and going through all these different things they had to cut out or leave in. Why not? And I think it's going to be a very insightful discussion. So that's this Wednesday. So in 2 days at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 8 Eastern. Hope you guys are going to be there. You can check it out live. This guy's a legend, so
that sounds dope, man. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Why isn't Ray Park playing Darth Maul? Is he supposed to?
I mean, there's rumors that he's coming back, but there's never been an official word that he is or that he's not. You know what I mean? So
do you think if JJ did the whole sequel trilogy, it would have been good? It's hard to say.
I do think it would have been better. Yeah, exactly. It would have been better. We can't deny that. A singular vision would have really helped the trilogy
versus a fragmented. Yeah.
Yeah. Even Ryan's full-on trilogy probably would have been way weirder, but legitimately probably better. No. I mean, let's not go crazy. Theory's like, let's not go crazy over there.
Did you want 3 versions of The Last Jedi? Like 3 different, like what would he have done with Luke in the first one? I mean,
well, okay, let me explain. Oh man, no, you damn internet, no.
And moving on. Did you see Moses Ingram post about playing a lightsaber wielding character, Ventress or young Ahsoka? Maybe keep up the great work, you two. I could see her being an Inquisitor. Or maybe she's a survivor of Order 66. Who knows?
Yeah. Would be cool.
Yeah. So I implore you guys to check out the video that's going to be coming tomorrow or the day after regarding George Lucas's original sequel trilogy treatment. I made a tweet about that on the Last Rule of Two last week. A lot of you guys were butthurt about it. Not you guys, but a lot of people who dislike me for whatever reason, which is fine. Didn't want to see that and said it doesn't exist and this and that. But your boy tracked it down. I went through over 600 pages. Each page is literally this freaking long. And I found it. So the world will know soon.
Sick, dude. I'm excited. I'm gonna react. I'm gonna make a vid myself after I find out.
I'd love for everyone to react. I'd love for everyone to share it because I think people need to know.
Yeah.
If you've seen the 501st in Kenobi, what would your reaction be? Much love from the 501st of VR chat. I think we'll definitely see the 501st. So the 501st won't be known as the 501st anymore. They will be called Vader's Fist, and that's just their new name. But essentially, they're the same thing. So that's. But the thing is, they might now be donning a different armor, the Stormtrooper armor, but maybe not. Who knows what they're going to do? I hope they stick with the original Clone Trooper armor. I just could see them being like, well, that's confusing. I don't really understand why.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's not confusing. It's the way it should be, but that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what they do for sure, but it should be fun.
Yes, my apprentice. My guy said The Last Jedi is good. Jesus. Who? Me or Josh? I don't think Josh ever said it was good. I think he said he didn't really have much issues with it.
Every time people bring like I was actually just talking to somebody that thought it would be a cool icebreaker to talk to me about The Last Jedi. Like they don't like fully know, like they know kind of what I do, but they don't fully know. And I was just like, can we not? Like, can we just not? Because like I have like mixed feelings about it. Genuinely think it was a huge mistake as a movie. But I think nine's worse. You know what I mean? Like I legitimately have flipped, and now I think 9 is worse.
Yeah,
that's just me. So I don't know. It's tough.
Right. On the Death Star, Vader never exactly said when the last time they met, though. He just kind of let the sentence run off unfinished. Yeah, you're right. You know, and I think it's been sort of a precedent that fans have thought for the last 40-something years that the last time they met was, you know, decades ago on Mustafar when, you know, he became a machine. Also, a lot of people say that Vader was only 80% as powerful as the Emperor, which is true. But, and I said this too, and I want to correct myself as well as other people. In the book that I was reading last night with the interview with George Lucas, Star Wars Archives 1-3, 1999 to 2005, he says that had Anakin reached his potential, he would have been twice as powerful as the Emperor. So, yeah, twice as powerful. So not
and that's
just
like the lightning and everything. You know what I mean? So like that would have been crazy.
Yep.
That would have been scary. Yeah.
Off topic, how's Rain doing today? Hope she's all right. Oh, thanks, Calista. Yeah, she's doing much better. For those of you who don't know, those on the gaming channel know and join members. I let you guys know a few days ago. My dog had a seizure. We were in the forest. She was in the forest with my mom, and she ran up ahead, and she ingested some drugs. So some potheads left some drugs around, laced with some antidepressants or something like that, and there was a lot of THC in there. Apparently, that's what the vet said, and she had a seizure, and it was I never want to see that again. It was horrible. But she's making a full recovery. So for all of you who, you know, do engage in those activities, you know, do your thing, just expose of it responsibly and just throw it out.
Dude, that's wild. I can't believe that happened.
Yeah, I've been pretty effed up since seeing that. I was laying on the bed and she was sleeping next to me, and then all of a sudden it just yeah. So just dispose of it responsibly, and that's all.
Yeah.
So Qui-Gon never finished his training to become a Force ghost. If Liam Neeson cameos, what form do you believe he would come as? Voice, flashback, or etc.? I think voice.
Yeah, or like maybe in a dream something, but yeah, voice.
Would you want to see him in his corporeal form, his real form? Josh, did I get muted again? I don't think Josh can hear me anymore. Flashbacks of new Vader hunting and fighting Jedi. That'd be very sweet. I'd love that. In episode 3, Grievous acted like he didn't fight Obi-Wan, but they fought multiple times in Clone Wars. Maybe they'll do the same thing with Obi-Wan and Vader. Yeah, look, I mean, they're changing the story. They're rewriting things. So I just hope that George Lucas has, at least a major hand in it all, which would be nice. So Lyrium says something's fishy with that story. What sounds fishy about it, my man? Hope the series explores Obi's demons, his failure of Anakin Qui-Gon being duped by Palpatine, his doubts about the Order, his love for Satine, his doubts about sacrifices he made to remain a Jedi. That's something I want to see too. And I want to see Obi-Wan, wake up in a flash of just beads of sweat and hyperventilating, and just having maybe that's where Obi-Wan and Vader fight in his dream. Maybe it's some sort of a nightmare where he's killing Anakin all over again, or like the comics where Anakin kills Vader. Maybe it's Vader having a dream. Who knows? Dream sequences are very easy. Am I muted again?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, sorry, man. It's terrible. I got you now, though. Yeah, I got you now.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah, pretty frustrated, but
that's all right. You got something running right now? Maybe like
I don't know, man. I think honestly, it's just this new internet. I think they're throttling. It's either something in the modem or something. I think they're throttling after a certain time. It's supposed to be high speed. It was fine this morning, but now it is definitely not. You know what I mean? So
I feel you. Hopefully you get it checked.
Yeah.
As much as I would have loved to see George's sequels, I don't really mind the one we got because as a kid, I was told you get what you get and you don't get upset. Right, but that's just something people say, to, I feel like, I don't agree with that. So, you always get what you get, but you're allowed to have a consensus over it. And if you like it or you don't like it, in my mind, you got the sequels and it was a money grab, in my opinion. They didn't really put the time and effort into it. And there are things that I'm not allowed to say because certain people have told me things confidentially that within the entire company. And dude, a lot of the things and a lot of the points of view that I say things from stems from that and the things that I know and I've heard from these people who have seen it firsthand. So it wasn't cared for, and that's the problem. And that's the issue, that there was no concrete plan or anything. It was just sort of we'll figure it out as we go. And that's not the way you handle something that is so important as Star Wars.
Agreed. It was just a bad idea,
Thank you, Trent. Appreciate it. Yeah, she's going in for a checkup for blood work on this Saturday to make sure there's no, liver stress or heart blood stress or anything. Yeah. Fans don't like 7 or 9 now, but people didn't like 1 to 3 then. I think 7 or 9 will be argued like 1 to 3. Both treat Star Wars with pros, cons. Hope your dog gets better. Thanks, man. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Well, I guess we'll have to touch base in 10, 15 years time and see what people say then.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of just gut level disagree just because I feel like there was a really crazy good story in the prequels that was maybe hidden by some not as great filmmaking, and there's actually really decent filmmaking that just doesn't have a cohesive story with the sequel. So it's almost like the exact opposite problem. I don't know if it's going to have that same thing, you know what I mean, that the prequels had, but that's just my opinion.
I don't like that half the cast is female.
That feels like a troll, dude. That feels like
cares?
A troll. Yeah, dude, that's like the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
So we got 12 cast members that were shown here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 out of 8. I don't know how that's half.
4 out of 8 is half though, but it's not.
sorry, 4 out of 12.
yeah.
4 out of 12, with 8 being men.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's half. I don't care, dude. You got these 2 guys. I'm good.
Right?
Doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't care what the rest is. Do you think Natalie Portman, Padme will have a cameo? Yes, I fully believe that we'll see.
I would like that too, Sarah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, maybe like a dream sequence or something, or Vader's looking, in his downtime after like slaying some rebels or whatever. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
I don't even know why I'm laughing because the whole thing paused for me. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. Should we cut it short?
I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, maybe I should just get out of here. I feel like I'm literally just. I feel like I'm causing problems. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm just throwing off the flow.
Was reading Vader comics by Charles Soule caught off guard by Kator calling Vader Jedi Master Anakin Skywalker in the Temple Vault. Any idea why? No, it's like Sora's Bandim. Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do? I mean, people called Anakin Master in the Clone Wars. Ahsoka called him Master. So it's, it's whether he was a master or not, he was on the council. He was the poster boy for the Clone Wars. He was the chosen one. I mean, it's a term of endearment or respect to call him Master. I mean, Anakin called Windu Master. He called people who weren't his actual master. So it's just a title. It's like Sensei, right? You're not going to get a Padawan calling the chosen one Jedi Knight Skywalker. It's like, no. What are you trying to say? So they just call him Master.
Yeah, makes sense.
Josh is the comic relief. All good or not.
Nice.
Well, those droidicas.
Yeah, where they at though?
Yeah.
My lord, is that legal?
I will make it legal.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Everything is fine. Oh, I guess I haven't shown you the new roster of things that I've added, hey?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, man, it's like 25, 30 things. Missed you last night on the Mario Kart stream. Got first place for the first time against the boys, and pretty sure I caught Ryan and Jeremy off guard. Nice, man. I didn't get an invite, so. I don't know.
Mario Kart.
I've been busy a little bit, but yeah. I mean,
Once again, you've proved. If you'll excuse me.
no, I think Jay just hates me. That's all it is. I wonder if they will show Gregor Typho. Well, we'd have to see much more Padme in that sense. But look, I'm all for flashbacks, but the first time we really got flashbacks, I think, in Star Wars was Episode 8, and it could work. It just needs to be done right. That's all.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think about flashbacks in Star Wars? Type 1 if you're down for it. Type 2 if it shouldn't be a thing. So we'll see. We'll see what the votes are.
I love democracy.
Kind of cringe, but okay. Right.
Right on.
Right on, dude. Thanks, man.
Yep.
Oh, you guys like it? Okay, you guys are down for it. Cool. Sweet.
Nice.
Sounds good. Josh, anything else you want to say about the Kenobi show?
I'm pumped about the Kenobi show. I'm pumped about the future of Star Wars. I think that there's a lot of positive things coming up. I think that we're going to be critical of things when we think we need to be critical of things. I think we've done that. I think we'll continue to do that. But I also think we both just love Star Wars and that we're both excited for positive things to be happening. Obi-Wan seems like it's going to be just such a fun ride, just such a cool thing. So yeah, man, that's all I would really say is just like I know things are a little weird for the Star Wars community. I know that, we're on a slow period. I know there's been drama. I know people are feeling some people are feeling exhausted. Some people are feeling angry. I totally understand it. I think winning solves a lot of problems. I think once Star Wars starts winning again and giving us good content, a lot of those little problems will fall to the wayside and we can celebrate Star Wars again, hopefully. So
I think so too. And yeah, I would love to see Anakin's Dark Deeds as the song that returns. I think that's something that we need to see. I need to hear. I would love to see the Order 66 scene with Anakin returning and just destroying Jedi in there and seeing him at his most powerful. In the book, it was written that, something really great or crazy went down at the temple. And I want to see what that is. Yeah. There were things that were shot. Ian McDermott has even said that George was planning on putting, he was going to put chopped up students in there. But he actually, when it came to editing, he was like, well, maybe that's just a little too dark and I'm not going to do that. So I would like to see Anakin, fighting Sindralic like he did in the video game. I would like to see him doing everything he did in the video game of Battlefront 2, of Revenge of the Sith, video game on PS2. I would like to see him do all of that in live action. Yeah, and I think it would be pretty sweet. And no, that does not mean I want to see younglings being killed. You sick, sick people. That just means I want to see Anakin do some badassery and show his true powers as a Sith Lord. Yeah, it's cool, man. I mean, like, the hell, we're nerds. Why not?
Yeah, dude, that's kind of what we want.
Kick ass, yeah,
for sure.
Of course. I mean, you have to realize that Anakin was suppressed by the entire Jedi Council. I would say the reason everything went the way they did was because of Obi-Wan's inadequacy to be a father figure to him, where Qui-Gon Jinn was.
Yep, agreed.
The perfect role model.
Yep.
And I think, when he came to Obi-Wan saying, he has visions of his mother dying, these shouldn't have been discarded. When he came to Yoda saying, someone very close to me is dying, Yoda shouldn't have been like, miss them, do not. Mourn them, do not. And all that. It's like, what? Dude, like, let go everything you fear to lose. It's like, what the hell, dude? Like, it's all you got to give me? They're basically just saying, deal with it. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I think they really brought it amongst themselves. And I hold some of that resentment towards the Jedi for the dogmatic beliefs. And I want to see Anakin, kick their ass.
Yep, 100%.
I wonder I wonder if we will see Darth Maul. I mean, if you look at the timeline, he's technically still alive. Could he make a surprise appearance? Absolutely. I think at the very end could be a beautiful, beautiful poetic ending with him coming in there. Can you explain your relationship with the fandom menace? Yeah.
Just for you, King of Fat.
Yeah,
There
just
you
for
go.
you. Here's my relationship. 0. Shocker. I got 0 relationship with the fandom menace.
Yep.
That's it.
And you're sounding like a separatist.
That was perfect. Well done.
I have 0 affiliation with anybody. I have affiliation with myself. Do I collaborate with others? Yes. Do I collaborate with Josh? Yes. Do I collaborate with Jay? Yes. Do I collaborate with Jeremy?
Why is it pausing? I can't hear anything.
Yeah,
It's so
but I don't.
frustrating. Sorry.
I'm not affiliated with anybody. I have no affiliation with anybody. I am Star Wars Theory, and I've always just been on my own. I've never had shout outs from other channels. I've never had what's the word? Collabs with other channels, except for the Lore Master, who used to be known as Fact Free. And that's it. Anything else you hear is from someone else's mouth and not mine.
Yeah, man.
If you haven't seen Den of Thieves, you need to watch it. O'Shea Jackson is in it for
Dope.
Cool, man. I'll check it out.
Might check that out. What's it on? Should have said like Netflix, HBO. Come on now.
Can you explain your relationship with Star Wars? Yeah. Yeah.
I almost said something really messed up.
What?
I was gonna say it feels abusive. Feels abusive. But I always come back.
Honestly, Hayden shouldn't belong in the Kenobi show. We know his story with Skywalker, but he needs to pop in a flashback in the Ahsoka. We don't know his story. We don't know his story just as much as we don't know Obi-Wan's story.
Especially in those years. That is an untold time, right?
Yeah, it's an untold time. It's a time where I think Vader's story is just as compelling and interesting as Obi-Wan's story is, where they're both dealing with this massive transition in the galaxy.
Agreed.
So, you know, and they are the two pivotal people that let it happen. Obi-Wan is responsible, and so is Anakin.
Agreed, dude.
I think it's going to be huge character development.
Nice follow-up, Joe. Now I'm definitely going to watch it.
What?
Den of Thieves. You said it's on Netflix.
Okay. Nice. Sweet. Coolio. It'd be neat to see Uncle Owen as a sympathetic character who's just trying to save. No, Uncle Owen was always portrayed as kind of a butthole, to be honest. So, what was the final straw for Anakin falling to the dark side, and could there have been any scenario to bring him back before killing young ones? The final straw, I don't think there was necessarily a final straw per se. I think it was constant little chips away at him, you know? Yeah. Whether it was, you know, one of the first times could be when Anakin was 9 years old. He was in the Jedi Temple, and Ki-Adi-Mundi, your thoughts dwell on your mother. And he's like, what's that got to do with anything?
Yeah.
Everything. It's like, at that point, you could see Anakin was like, what, dude? Like,
yeah, this sucks.
Yeah, or like when Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan were discussing Anakin's future and fate as a Jedi in Episode 1, Mace Windu just derails. He's like, now is not the time to talk about this.
Right.
We discuss Skywalker's future. It's like, and Anakin's just like, why are you such a D?
I know, right? Can you imagine like loving Jedi, wanting to, and you walk away from your mom,
dude? Yeah.
Yeah, and then you go to this, and you're just like, dude, this sucks.
Yeah, like what's wrong with this dude? He's such a butthole.
Yeah.
Do a quick Google search on Moldavite. It's type of crystal. I've been getting big into them, and it's like a real life kyber. Cool.
What? Man. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. Yeah.
What was the final straw? I think your other question was, could there have been any scenario to bring him back before killing young ones? No. No. And you got to realize the reason George Lucas put that scene in there of the suggested theme that he killed younglings, he killed children, was he needed to do the most horrific things, and this is the portrayal of what it means to turn to the dark side, is that you will do the most horrific and horrendous things that no even normal person, forget light side person, normal person would do in the pursuit of unlocking powers through pure hatred and horrible deeds. And that's why I think the song is called Anakin's Dark Deeds, because they are dark indeed, to say the least. And through darkness will you be able to save the one you love. So that's why he was doing all those things. It wasn't, Anakin's just become a mass murderer. He didn't want to.
Yeah.
He didn't want to do all those things. And this is something people don't understand. Anakin never was like, okay, I'll turn to the dark side because it's dope. It's like, sure, he lusted for power and respect, but he did whatever he wanted to find how to save Padme through, just learning through Darth Plagueis' teachings when Sidious taught him and told him. And that's why he wanted to, get access to the restricted section by becoming a Jedi Master, because only then you could be able to get access to that section. So he was trying to do it the right way, by being a Jedi, by not killing, but not doing this. Finally, it's like between those guys and his wife, which I found to be a very selfish love. It wasn't a I love you, with your best interests in mind. I love you with my best interests in mind, and I want to be the one who dictates how you survive and this and that, even though I will have to do things that you wouldn't even be happy with. So that's what I think Anakin's mindset was, and I don't think he could ever be redeemed after he decided to go down that path and kill Mace Windu in a sense, or aid in the killing of Mace Windu. So yeah, there's nothing that could turn him back. No one is going to mention that O'Shea Jackson Jr. is Ice Cube's son. Oh really? Oh, that's dope. Cool. Yeah. I see it now. Also, the Brie Larson thing source is from Mike Zero. So okay. Will we see the ghost of any of the new Rebels crew?
I think we will, but
maybe.
Yeah. Wait, what does he mean by that? The ghost? Oh, the ghost or any of the Rebels crew in Obi-Wan? I don't know about that. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Benny Safdie as a young Kanan.
Benny Safdie as a young Kanan.
Where the hell's Benny?
He's the bottom right. Yeah, I don't really see it. But maybe if the hair was long, I could see it.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Wouldn't go there with that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we'll see Jedi who have survived Order 66 at this point, so I'm excited for that. Moses Ingham could be playing a not yet Admiral Sloane. Oh,
that's true. That could be interesting. Certainly.
Okay, feel that. More movie duels, please. I love you. Sure. Yeah, I'll do that on the gaming channel. Theories Arcade. Been watching for years. The Force shall free me. Do you think Sidious told Anakin the Sith code? Oh yeah, of course.
But did he tell him all of it?
Well, that was, Palpatine had this drip method. It's like, I'm going to give you a little bit of info today. Maybe next month, if you prove yourself worthy, I'll give you a little more. And he just kept, dragging it out, milking it out. Anakin's true downside was when he said, I won't let these visions come true.
True. That was the beginning of it.
I think believing the visions in the first place, was probably unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, maybe not.
Not really.
Yeah. Who knows?
Oh man, people are so wild.
I feel like it would be amazing to see the final duel between Vader and Mace, both wanting revenge for what the other put. Yeah, that's what my fan. Look, if I can never make my fan film, which I will one day, I'll just read you guys the script.
We'll get there though.
Yeah,
get through this crazy year. We're almost out of the woods, everybody.
More than that, yeah.
I mean,
would you want to see a Kit Fisto movie? Yeah,
I absolutely would. I love Kit Fisto.
I'm happy Sung Kang from FNF is back in action. Tokyo Drift song intensifies.
Dude, I love that movie.
I
dude.
love that movie, man. I know
Remember
so
when
many
they
people don't
drift
like
through the
it, but-
crowd? They drift through that huge
Yeah, dude,
intersection.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was great.
That was cool.
He's got to be eating something in this show, though. I feel like he always eats something. He's like Brad Pitt. He always eats something on when he's filming. No, you haven't seen that? He's always like, he just looks like he's so cool when he eats.
Yeah.
Josh doesn't know what I'm talking about. He doesn't.
Nope.
Dialogue from Kenobi and Jin Force Ghost, please. Oh yeah, I mean he's probably distraught and gonna be like,
Oh,
"I failed, Master." Like, yes, you did.
yeah,
I told you to train the boy. What the hell?
Yeah, right.
Do you
Did
think
you
if
have
they
to be such a dick?
Obi-Wan fight Hayden as Vader, it'll cheapen the encounter in A New Hope? No, especially if they make it a dream sequence. I'm calling it, man. Dream sequence.
I would be down. I'd be down.
I'm down. But also, Vader has visited Tatooine, so there's that. He could.
What if he
actually-
fought and he didn't know it was Obi-Wan? Like, what if he like was hidden and he was acting like he wasn't Obi-Wan or something? And Vader
he
just-
would know. He would know his presence.
He would feel. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
100%. 100%.
I want it to be a real fight.
Yeah. Well, how about 2,000 likes? Well, how many likes are we at?
Yeah.
1973. Ah, come on!
If we get to 2,000 likes, I'll get better internet.
Oh, give me 3,000 likes. What the hell
Yeah,
is
let's
that?
go.
What is that?
Yeah,
It's only
come on
1,000
now.
more likes, and there's over 3 times that here.
Yeah, come on now.
Look, I don't like the whole like thing, but it's just the YouTube algorithm. That's
Yeah,
how
for sure.
that's how you feed the machine. That's how it works, and that's how the channel grows. So,
Yeah.
if you can do it, cool. If you can't,
Yeah,
then you hate me. Whatever. It is what it is.
here's what it is for show.
And you're sounding like a separatist.
That's what happens if you don't like it. But
That's my favorite. Dude.
um,
Let's go.
a dream sequence would be disappointing. Yeah, it would be, but I also think it wouldn't mess with any of the continuity sort of thing.
Right.
But also,
That's the
people say there
trade-off,
is no
yeah.
continuity because
Yeah.
we never got a concrete date of when the last time they met was.
True.
But they did from the hands of Palpatine.
True.
They did what?
Yeah, I don't remember what his other. He made another point. But
Ah.
he did. Yeah, I don't remember what his other point was.
Grand Inquisitor is around this
What
time.
up,
Hi,
Nighttime?
Josh. Yeah, we could get the Inquisitors still around. There just won't be as many as in the early Vader comics because a lot of them got kicked the bucket. Oh, there we go. There's your support. 2,500 likes already. Thanks, man.
Nice. Wow.
Just spam it, dude. You're here. Finished Darth Plagueis novel on Audible and fell in love with it, especially the right. Isn't it good?
It's so good, dude.
It's pretty sweet.
It's so
We got a lot of special guests, Mark and I, coming up for Rule of Two. So we've booked 3 people already. 3 new ones that you haven't seen yet. So stay tuned for all that. Paul Hirsch this Wednesday. Would you be interested in a crime show taking place on Coruscant before the Clone Wars, Jedi going after major crime lords? Yeah. They're really sweet. Give me anything pre-Clone Wars. Give me anything pre The Phantom Menace. I think it's a really interesting time. What if the show follows both of their stories equally and they eventually converge and their stories collide and interweave with each other? I think that's what's going to be happening with The Mandalorian. What do you think, Josh?
Yeah, I would say so. Mandalorian certainly is going to have that going on. I'm curious if Obi-Wan is going to have any connective tissue to maybe like Cassian Andor, if they're really going to go big on even like that time period. Could be interesting. But yeah, I think either way, interwoven stuff is cool, but Obi-Wan also just needs to be epic,
I think it will be. I think it's going to be the best Star Wars project.
Yeah, man.
My theory, love your video. I think you're doing a great job. Do you think that the Obi-Wan may have PTSD? Absolutely. Greetings from Michael Bonefield. Thanks, man. Thank you, Michael. I think he absolutely does, to say the least. And I think something that we're going to see is him really struggling with that PTSD, whereas Hayden is going to have PTSD with what happened with his life. Anakin is going to have, Vader is going to have PTSD with what happened with his life. And, Vader never killed Anakin. Anakin was never destroyed within Vader 100%. There was always that sliver.
Yeah.
There's always that there's still good in him. And this is what George had in mind. And I've read this from George's mouth in an interview where he says that, I had the duality of that scene in Revenge of the Sith, and I'm paraphrasing, where Vader breathes his first breath, which is when he's truly first born, and Padme has her last breath where she says there's still good in him. So there will always be that good in Vader, no matter what. And this is the constant conflict that he's trying to get rid of, but he can't because he's not fully evil. And then there's also a video that I'll be making in regards to why he stayed loyal to the Emperor, even though he had nothing left, even though Padme died and the Emperor failed to do what he promised and all that. And George explains that. And it's pretty insightful. It's cool. I love stuff like that. How come no one on Tatooine didn't recognize Luke's last name? I don't know. I think because they didn't use his last name.
Yeah. Why would they recognize it in what sense? I don't understand.
Like the Empire or something, getting wind of Luke
Skywalker?
Yeah.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. What if Vader and Kenobi get summoned back to Mortis or some Force next? Oh, that'd be pretty sweet. I don't want that though. I think that would be weird. What if Anakin and Vader sensed each other and then fight, and something happens that makes it so they can no longer sense each other in the same way until he's back on the Death Star? Yeah, but I'm still gunning for a dream sequence,
Yeah.
I'm still feeling that dream sequence. I feel like it won't really mess up anything, and you can kind of do what you want in that sense. It's free reign. Lol, The Last Jedi was the first movie I watched, but loved the prequel era more. Excited to see these characters in great cinema production quality like the sequels. Hey, I love that I don't know if you like The Last Jedi or not, but I love that you got into it and that you're into Star Wars and you love the prequels. That's great. Just like me. And I think the show is going to be higher budget than The Mandalorian. Look, this is the show that's going to make or break. This is the show that everyone is looking forward to. Rangers of the Republic and all this and that. Cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for sure. But this is the show, This is the one.
This could really do a great service to a lot of the fandom and I think bring some people back on board. I also think, though, going ham with Luke could also do that, though. You know what I mean? But this is going to come first.
Well, and Disney stock, which is what they care for.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, goes hand in hand. Your Disney stock rises. The fans are generally happy.
Yep.
Just look at what's going on now. It's not favorable for you. Yeah. Ever going to be a movie TV show of Darth Plagueis? I hope.
Yeah, we can hope. We can dream.
Who is more too angry to die, Maul or Doom Guy? Who's Doom Guy?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Who's that?
Like Dr. Doom or what?
Maybe.
I don't
know. Anakin is the best looking Jedi of all time. Changed my mind. Also, how do you think Obi-Wan is going to handle the PTSD? I don't think he will handle it very well. And that's, we're going to have to see him morph into the Alec Guinness character. And that's something that I'm excited to see because he's probably going to start out a stark contrast, very different to what that character is.
Yeah.
They're both on Tatooine, and Obi Force projects to Anakin's childhood home. Obi says, "I knew you'd come back here."
Whoa. That'd be kind of fun.
Doom Guy is a character from a game called that guy.
Oh, that guy.
I don't know enough about him. My powers have doubled since the last time we met, Theory.
Double the pride.
I've been looking forward to this.
Nice.
Anyways, bro, you don't know Doom Guy? I guess not. I've played Doom a lot. I just didn't know that was his name, so I guess I don't. Like Theory said, Kenobi will be the biggest show ever. Are you guys big fans of Legendary Monsterverse, Excitement Kongverse? Oh yeah, dude, I'm down. I want to see. I want to see it. I think it'll be fun. Monster mashups are always a no-brainer and fun to watch. Astral projection sequence a la Yoda and Ezra, but Vader and Obi-Wan mentally fighting on that plane.
Could be fun.
I don't want any more mental stuff, I feel like you got enough of that mental stuff in the sequels where they did all this, force.
Yeah, but is that kind of right? But here's my thing about that is it's kind of like a dream, except a little. It's almost even more tangible in some ways if they could actually hurt each other.
Very well, I will take that. Is the series going to be a new story? Will the series use the Obi-Wan book? It's a new story. Yeah, I don't think it'll use anything from Legends at all. So, would you be upset if Vader and Obi-Wan fight like Rey and Kylo in The Rise of Skywalker, like through the Force die? Yes.
I would not actually.
Don't do that.
Yeah, I would actually be kind of into that. But I'm a big old Reylo, so there you go.
Right? Yeah, you're a shipper. Right. The fact that you don't have mods is surprising.
I think you do. You got a couple mods, right?
Okay. I got a couple mods in here. I don't know. I guess they're just too many people. I
can't really see.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Took care of it for you. Well, I can just turn on slow mode if that's an issue for you guys, and then boom, there you go. I sometimes forget, man. I just go live and I just, whatever. You're here. I don't really expect people to be, whatever.
It's a shame. Yeah, it's a shame that people are like that.
Whatever, man. The Jedi Order took future Jedi as infants. Then is Obi-Wan his real name? I don't know. I would imagine so. George said his planet was Stew John. That was a joke. Hello. Hello. Oh, they're around. Chat is so much slower, LeMayo. Yeah, it's better this way, I think. Rupert Friend looks like a badass AM off in that pick, and maybe O'Shea will bring some gangster to Star Wars. Hello, Theory from Toronto. Which one's O'Shea again? Oh, yeah, you said Ice Cube, son? Dude, Ice Cube's a badass. Sung Kang as Han Solo. No, I don't think that's going to happen.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Do you think Obi-Wan is going to smoke some death sticks because he's going through
That would be wild, dude.
like a drunk Obi-Wan? Yeah.
He's just raging out on Tatooine. That'd be sick.
Yeah. Well, I pretty much said everything I need to say about this. Chat, let me know what you think. Josh, do you have anything to add to this?
No, I'm pumped. You know what I mean? I think that despite it just being a little poster, it was a big deal. They're very excited about the show. I'm excited about the show. They've taken a lot of time. I think it's going to be great. I think we are both really looking forward to it. So it's going to be dope.
I think it's going to be one of the best shows ever. I think, it's going to make The Mandalorian pale in comparison, really.
I think so. It has all the pieces. You know what I mean? If it doesn't, then it's kind of on the show because it has all the things that it needs.
Yeah. It's going to be cool, man. I mean, how could you not? You're going to get Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're going to get Anakin Skywalker. And these two characters that are stark contrasts of each other who have this tight-knit bond that are responsible for the fate of the galaxy are going to be, let's say, divulged in, or we're going to be able to unravel their entire minds and their stories and their emotions during this time over the last 10 years, and we're going to jump right into the action and see what they've been going through.
Yeah,
I think it's they're like an origami, and we're just going to take them apart and see really what they're all about behind closed doors, how their interactions and everything are. They're not going to be the crazy strong characters that we know them to be. They're going to be these very flawed beings, and I think that's something, in my opinion, that's something I'd like to see. That's something that will make them very interesting, and
yep, I agree.
Finally, educate people on who these characters really are. They're not just these, superheroes.
Totally, man. And in the wake of what happened at the end of Sith, it's a perfect time to catch up with them. So I'm excited.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
And with that,
Nice.
I don't have much more to add. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. Got a couple last ones left here. Rupert as Thrawn, Vader running him down. Vader and him running around in the unknown regions. I don't think so. But I appreciate the comment, man. Hey, Theory, please do a video about Mother Talzin bringing zombie Padme back to life for Vader. Give a shout out to your Nebraska fangirls. I have fangirls?
Dang, in Nebraska of all places too. That's pretty cool.
Cool. I didn't even know. I thought they were all guys.
No.
Well, yeah, that's actually a cool theory. I'd be down for that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Maybe a fan fiction. Actually, yeah, I didn't even. Didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's cool.
I
wonder if Vader would he be down? Yeah, right.
Well, he wasn't really dead.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
She could bring Padme back, but it wouldn't be Padme. It would be like a
shell.
Yeah, it would be like a weird sort of like green-eyed glowing thing.
Yeah.
Josh can't hear me again, so you just nod. Luigi, this is the way. Right. Cool. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Josh?
Gotcha. We're
You got
back.
I can't watch anymore.
All right.
Oh no.
Let's create something. Nah, it's very much alive with
man.
cool projects like this. Kind of like as YouTube super chat system is so broken that my chat is missing. I asked you guys, what is your opinion on Restore the Snyderverse?
I'm all in.
Oh, I'm sorry, I
all
didn't see it. Yeah, I think it's crazy that they wouldn't do that. You know,
Exactly. Like, why wouldn't they? Yeah.
you want to make money.
Right.
He looks like badass Moff. Oh, right, got it.
Could be.
Thank you. What about Ewan and Hayden in Clone Wars armor? Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
flashbacks. Dude, that's the thing, and then people don't get it. Like, or people maybe do get it. This is going to be essentially something that can span before the prequels, during the prequels, after the prequels. Like, this can take us through the whole 9 yards, and I'm excited for it, to say the least. I'm going to be doing watch parties every single week for this, man. I cannot wait. I think the fandom is going to be buzzing about this. Hope your dog is okay. I'm high, but not giving it to dogs. Have a good one, guys. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, just dispose of it responsibly, and yeah, that's all I want.
It's ridiculous in his picture too. We're crazy.
Jar Jar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll catch you guys in a little bit. We love you, Josh. You good? You got anything to add?
No, I just apologize about my internet. I shall fix it.
I don't think the system works.
That's Josh's internet right now. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll catch you guys next week. We love you all, and we're out. Catch you later.